This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
People dead after a boat carrying 20 people overturned in Rameshwaram. VCK public meeting in Tambaram causes major inconvenience to the residents and commuters. 1 person killed and 32 injured on their way to this meet. Jayalalitha says the 2G scam is of Himalayan proportions. AIADMK will go on a hunger strike in Raja's native tomorrow. The CAG, which indicted A. Raja, will appear before the Public Accounts Committee tomorrow as well. The Maripakam lake is literally choking because of man-made problems. Look at the state of this lake. Is this another Kuam in the making? Tsunami victims living in swamps and battling diseases. Is this what is called relief? And India struggle once again, and South Africa lose 5 wickets in the first few hours of first day's play. A very good evening. I'm Divya bringing you the news tonight. Let's also take a look at the national news making headlines. Gujars begin talks with the Rajasthan government but are adamant their time-bound demands have to be met. The BJP and the Congress again trade verbal blows on whether the Prime Minister should quit for the 2G scam. An Indian student shot dead in a robbery bid at a petrol station store. US police on the lookout for 2 suspects. Julian Assange signs a book deal for more than £1 million, says this is a chance for him to pen his defence. Well, a fun picnic ride turned absolutely disastrous for 16 people, including 10 women, who drowned when their boat capsized in the sea near Varethivu Island, which is off Periyapattinam coast. The victims included an Australian NRI woman. The Marine Police DSP said that the victims, hailing from the fishermen colony, were on a picnic between Rameshwaram and Tuticorin when the mishap occurred. Preliminary reports say the boat carried more than 20 people, although it was permitted to carry only 7 passengers. People from the village had proceeded in 2 boats, and the owners of the boats are not even licensed to carry people. And in another accident in Acharapakam, 2 vans collided, killing 1 person and leaving 32 people injured. They were on the way from Virupuram to Chennai to take part in the VCK public meeting, which is happening in Tambaram at the moment. As of now, 5 people are in a critical condition, and there is some kind of an unrest in Chengalpet that is also being reported, and normal life is said to be disrupted. And our reporter Minal Shah gave us more details about the inconvenience that the residents and the commuters have been facing.
In fact, the whole of Chengalpet area as well as GST Road, that whole stretch has been completely blocked. Petty shops, liquor shops, hotels have all shut down with a fear because they are fearing violence. VCK has a reputation of such kind of activities. Earlier also there have been several cases against them on this basis. So this is what is the result of a public meeting that the VCK is holding. There is no police control there. There is no police patrolling that area. So the VCK cadres are actually on a free run. We have been getting calls at NDTV Hindu of viewers, in fact calling us and complaining about the traffic snarls on that stretch of road, and this is the situation over there at this point of time.
Well, this public meeting has been a traffic stopper as well. Many roads have been blocked, affecting many commuters. Let's bring you a quick traffic update now. Well, one of the commuters, Deepak, is now on the phone line with us. Well, Mr. Deepak, we believe you were en route back to Chennai from Chengalpet. What can you share with us about the roadblocks that you faced today?
Yeah, I was just traveling there a couple of hours ago. I was traveling from Chennai towards Chengalpet, and close towards Maraimalai Nagar, we faced quite a lot of intimidating crowd. Loads of vans, buses filled with loads of people, chanting, singing music. It does seem like they were having a huge procession there. And we were held for quite a long time in terms of traffic stoppage. I'm on my way back, and it was quite concerning having to travel the same way back. So I've chosen an alternate route, and I'm kind of stuck in the middle of a village right now trying to find my way back. So it's quite distressing, really.
So wasn't there any kind of police patrolling to actually guide vehicles through to any other routes possibly?
In complete fairness, there were a few police people around, but I did feel that they were quite clueless. So there's no point having these policemen if they really don't know what they're trying to do, really. So I personally didn't think there was much order that was happening there. So it was a bit of a difficult situation for commuters like us, and it was putting us in a situation where there was quite a lot of delays for us.
Right. Thanks very much, Deepak, for joining us and giving us that update there. Well, another resident of Chengalpet, Mr. Vinod, also now joins us on the phone line. Well, Mr. Vinod, we just heard a commuter telling us that they had to take different roads, and though there was police patrolling, they were absolutely helpless there. So what exactly are you residents facing at the moment?
No, I don't have any alternative standing here because, I've been stuck up here for almost 2.5 hours here. And you can find, the VKS people, juggling between the buses and the roads, and they are even taking the opposite road for their transportation. Just before the Chengalpet, there was an accident, and even the ambulance was not even able to move the place. That's been really horrible standing over here for almost 2 to 3 hours here.
Right, Mr. Vinod, have you been able to approach any cop, any particular policeman there, or any traffic cop there to help the residents and the commuters?
No, they were really helpless. I can see that I haven't captured a video wherein the VVK, vans and the buses taking the opposite route. And the police have no clue what to do out there. And the people out here, actually, there are very less, a couple of police guys in the traffic signals. And, the VVK guys, taking the opposite route, it's nothing can be helpless. And I can see that, a couple of ambulances are also stuck up here.
Right, Mr. Vinod, thanks very much indeed for joining us with all those details. We are told that this particular meet will be going on till 10 p.m. In fact, today we will be following this very closely and bringing you all the updates on that. Well, moving on to another big story tonight, while former Telecom Minister A. Raja is being grilled over the 2G spectrum allocation scam, back in the state, his party is trying hard to save face with their truth about spectrum. And the opposition is using this to its maximum to arm itself ahead of the elections. In fact, the AIADMK has announced to go on a hunger strike tomorrow in Raja's home turf in Perambalur against the 2G scam.
The spectrum என்பது நிலை என்ன உண்மை நிலை என்ன என்று கேட்டால் சுருக்கமாக சொன்னால் ஸ்பெக்ட்ரம் நிலையில் உண்மை என்ன என்று கேட்டால் எதிரிகள் சொல்வதிலே உண்மை இல்லை என்பதுதான் நிலைமை.
As the ruling DMK's Save Raja campaign is yet to gain momentum in the state, the news seems to be tightening around the former tainted telecom minister and his aides. After 2 days of intense interrogation by the CBI in the 2G spectrum probe, Raja's colleagues in his DMK party strongly defend him.
1,76,000 கோடி ரூபாய் பணத்தையே லஞ்சமாக வழங்கப்பட்டது என்பதை போல ஏடுகள் சில பெரிதுபடுத்தி விட்டன. ஆக விஷயம் இதுதான்.
But the ruling DMK's arch political rival is in no mood to buy this line of argument. In a statement, AIADMK General Secretary Jayalalitha has called for a massive hunger strike demonstration to condemn DMK on the 2G spectrum scam. Jayalalitha also blamed the DMK patriarch's campaign to save A. Raja as an attempt to divert public attention from the 2G spectrum scam, which she says is of Himalayan proportions.
I cannot share all these things what happened between us. The investigation is pending.
The spotlight is likely to stay on A. Raja, as sources in the CBI say he might be summoned for a third round of interrogation by next week. In Chennai, Shabir Ahmed for NDTV Hindu.
And in the latest development in the 2G scam, the CAG, whose report on a presumed loss of rupees 1.76 lakh crore rupees in the 2G spectrum allocation will appear before the Public Accounts Committee tomorrow. The Comptroller and Auditor General Vinod Rai is expected to put forth his point of view before the PAC panel headed by BJP veteran Murli Manohar Joshi. The CAG report has proven to be quite an ammunition for the opposition, including the BJP and the left parties, to target the government, and it is insisting that only a joint parliamentary committee can bring out the truth in what they allege is the biggest scam in independent India. Well, once a serene lake in Madipakam now brings a sense of deja vu as it coughs for help. Watch a special civic story up next.